The whistle from Cannon Mills plant number 1 in Kannapolis hooked to the NW 611. Putting those two together, you have pretty much the story of North Carolina's industrialization right there. The railroad and textile.
The red whistle that's on the engine right now was on the boiler plant at Cannon Mills Plant 1 in Kannapolis. And it was put on that mill about 1907 when the mill opened, and it stayed on that mill, blew every day, 3 times a day, wake people up and get them to work in the mill until the mill closed in 2003.
And pulling the cord here today to sound that whistle for the first time since the early 2000s, we have Miss Pat Adams, and her father blew that whistle at Cannon Mills before World War II.
Back in the 40s when he worked for Cannon Mills as a crane operator, my father, he would blow the whistle every morning. And then he went to Savannah to work in the shipyard there. And then he came back and actually worked here at this railroad.
Joining her in honoring her father is Mike Smith. DJ Beck, the man who pulled that whistle at Cannon Mills, was Mike Smith's grandfather. Also, sounding the whistle is Miss Cherry Hudson. Her husband, Randy Hudson, saved that whistle after they began to tear down Cannon Mills.
Apparently he knew the place very well. When the boiler plant came down, apparently he went in and salvaged the whistle from the rubble. The reason I think that was because it's so banged up and scratched up and beat up that it looks like it came down with the brick when the building came down. But it's in good enough shape, and the gentleman here with the 611, they like it, they believe it'll blow. So we're going to try it out. They're going to hear it again for the first time since 2003.
So here we go. We're going to give this a try. Everybody keep your fingers crossed.
It was very loud and brought back a lot of memories because my mother also worked in Cannon Mills for 35 years, and I would hear it when she would go, and I could hear it from our house on 13th Street all the way from town if the wind was blowing right. So it brings back a lot of memories, and I was just glad that I could be here today.
We would like to thank Ed Robinette from Kannapolis History Associates. Thank you, Ed, for helping put this together. And, of course, all of the folks here who work at the North Carolina Transportation Museum and the director of the North Carolina Transportation Museum, Kelly Alexander. Thank you all for being here.